In 1961, there was a need in the community, and because of the need in the community and in the region, Richard and Mary McHenry wanted to just have a place for children to find a home. And for 50 years now, as of this year, Joy Ranch has continued to be a home for children. Though the needs of children have changed over the years, the program at Joy Ranch has remained as the foundation in Christ. And because we have a foundation in the Lord, we know that the change can be everlasting. We're not the same as other programs in that though we're licensed by the Virginia Department of Social Services, we accept children no matter if they're able to pay or not. We take children from all over Virginia and the Southeast. And you know, if the parents or the guardians are able to pay, then we ask them to pay some. But if they're not able to pay, it doesn't matter. We want to serve the children. People need to know what Joy Ranch is all about. People need to know that Joy Ranch is not an island, and it's not supported by some local funding or some funding from the state. We're not in anyone's budget. What we are, however, is a ministry in Southwest Virginia that is supported by churches and individuals and some businesses, because those people, they believe in what we do. And that is, we try to get children out of a dangerous situation into one that changes them for long lasting, their families for long lasting, and we introduce them to Christ. So two of the things I think we did the very best is to change to the house parent model and to open the campus back up, because we need a reputation that's impeccable. Unfortunately, it hasn't always been that. We try to be transparent in all of our dealings with everybody in the community, because we don't want people to come back and say, well, you said this, but you're actually doing that. That's not who we are. You know, if we say we're going to do it, that's what we want to do. And we want to be the ministry of integrity in Southwest Virginia. We've been learning over the years that the challenges for young people is they get through their teenage years and they get through high school even, and they think they're ready to fly on their own. And when they fly on their own, they think someone's going to pay their bills. Someone's going to pay their rent for them. But as we all know, it doesn't happen that way. So we're teaching our kids all the time that you have to be responsible with your money and your time and your efforts. You must work. You must have a car and your driver's license just to be able to do the things you need to do once you're on your own. And so what we've heard throughout Virginia are kids are being, just as soon as they turn 18 years old, they can sign themselves out of a program like ours. And they can, because at that point, the law says they're the adult.
There's several stories I could give, but one that really stands out in my mind is a young lady that was here about 2 years ago. And she didn't get very many visits from home or anything. Her home was originally in Kentucky. Her birthday, her 18th birthday, was the 24th of December. And right after that, her parents came up to visit her for a short time, and they brought everything she owned with her and left it here. She was quite upset, and she ended up feeling like nobody cared and walked off campus. When a child leaves, they cannot come back after they're 18. So a few days later, she had no place to go, no money. She didn't know what to do. So she's calling us to see if we can help, and we didn't even have a place that we could refer her to because she was not involved with the social services. She was over 18 when her parents left her stuff, and there was nothing we could do. The best we could do was refer her to the homeless shelter. So. So there's a definite need in this area. Children that are in social services are sometimes referred to independent living programs, but they have to go, I guess the closest one is actually Roanoke, so they sometimes even go further away. And if they have any type of support here at all, it's gone because they're so far away.
We had another girl that had signed herself out. This was years ago, and I think it was within a month, I know, she was calling back saying, I blew through all my, she had like $1,900, blew through all of it, was living with an abusive boyfriend, you know, saying, what do I do, what do I do? And really all we can do at that time is just counsel them. We can't, you know, allow them to come back on campus. She didn't have family to go home to. So I really don't know where she is now.
We've had many times that our children who have been here for years will leave on their 18th birthday, and they will say, I'm free at last. Well, free at last means you've just landed in the real world that's going to chew you up and spit you out. So our challenge has been when those children leave, because of the license that we have, we can only accept children up to the age of 17. We cannot accept a child at the age of 18. Almost every time a child leaves on their birthday, within 2 to 3 weeks, they call us back and say, I need help. I've spent all the money that I had saved while I was at Joy Ranch. I have no place to live. What can I do? What can I do?
The need for independent living is that some of the older youth in our society fall through the cracks. There's no place for them to go where they can learn to be adults. And as some of the kids leave here, or even from their homes, they don't know how to do some simple basic life skills. They don't know how to manage their money, or how to, prepare a nutritious meal, or do their laundry even. So we give them, create an environment to where they're safe, they have a place to live, and we create opportunities for them to learn those things. Some of it will be a class setting, but most of it will be learning in real life the skills that they need to be successful. How to navigate relationships, how to buy a car, and how to save their money so that when they leave here at around age 20, 22, that they'll be able to get an apartment and keep a job and maintain that job. And so those are our hopes of what the program is, because there is nothing else for these youth that are between the ages of 17 and 22 to serve their needs in our community.
So we have decided, after lots of consultation with the local Department of Social Services, with Mount Rogers Community Service Board, through churches, individuals, young people, that we want to begin a program that will enable us to accept children up to the age of 21 years old, and it becomes the independent living program at Joy Ranch. It'll be the first one in Southwest Virginia that will be able to take these kids who say, I'm free at last. They come back and say, I need help. That will say, we'll help you. We'll help you learn some things that's going to help you the next time you want to be free at last. And once you're free at last, you'll have the tools and the skills and the foundation that you'll be able to be a successful and contributing part of society. This program will be licensed. That way we can take children from the Department of Social Services. I say children, I mean young people who are 19 and 20 years old, who are not doing well in the community, not doing well at home. They need a place where they can learn some skills and be ready to be an adult. So we're up in the residential area for Joy Ranch, and that's where all the cottages are. And this one behind me is Big Brother House. Just how this building would allow us to do it is it would be like the college. It's a dormitory type setting, because we could take the upper level and just have one end for girls and one end for guys, and it would allow us to keep security to where there's no intermingling with the guys and girls in the same building. So we're going to walk on down, and we're going to look through the building. But this is the approach at the front door. And so when you walk into the building, you walk upstairs into the residential area. And right up at the top of the steps, what you'll find is a long hallway that goes either end. There's some bedrooms and some bathrooms on each end of the hall. And we would be able to just house up to 10 young people. What there also is on this hall is an apartment for the residential coordinator, so we would have the supervision we need. So all the guys on one end, all the girls on another end. But what we would also add is a doorway here and a doorway right at the other side that would be secure and alarmed, so we keep the guys and the girls apart. What we also want to do is to remove this wall. So there's a landing area and a reception area. There's an office here, and there's an apartment for the residential coordinator to live up here and to supervise the program. So there's lots of work to be done. As I said, this building hasn't been open for 6 years. However, the foundation of it is wonderful. We just need to do some repairs on it. Then we're going to walk downstairs where the training will happen. And when I say this is a training program, each of the youth will help to meet and set their own goals. So all through here is the training area. One end of the building we have a place for a learning lab. All through here is the dining area and the kitchen. So like Amber, she will be able to come in here and get the training she needs just to prepare food and to serve others. Through here is the living area, so there'll be some times where all of the residents in this program will come together. They'll talk about some programming, some financial management. It could be almost anything that they're trying to learn, so they'll know when they leave this program that they're going to be successful. So this building just put together to where all the residents live upstairs, all the training happens on the lower level, and there's also the area for them just to interact and to have some guests over and to learn some social skills and do the Bible reading, all the things they need to do so they can be successful. We want to know that all children, whoever they are, will have a place they can come and be safe.